Hey guys, my name is Rachel Delk with Rachel's Book Nook. You can find me on Facebook and on YouTube. And then also rachelsbooknook.com is my shopping link. And today I'm going to share with you our 5 current favorites. Now, right now we have my oldest is 8, 6-year-old twins, and then a 1-year-old. And these are ones that we either use every day or almost every day. We use them very often. We reach for them often. My kids love them, have loved them for a long time. So these are some of my ones that have lasted the test of time. And also maybe they've grown with my kiddos, so maybe they used them when they were really young and still use them, things like that. So they've kind of grown with my kids. And so I love that PaperPie has products that it's like, this is something that we're going to be using for a long time. So first of all, number 5, this is one that we haven't been using quite as long, but this is one of our learning wrap-ups. So this one is actually the addition, so you can see the +1 and then like +2, +3, +4, +5, all the ones, goes all the way through 10. Yep. And so we homeschool, and I love this series. So there's plus, minus, division, multiplication, state capitals, music theory. There's even some for like little kids that are a little bit bigger, a little bulkier for little hands, for like colors and numbers and like matching zoo animals, things like that. And this one actually needs to be wiped off a little bit, but let me show you how it works. So if you take just one, and so you'll start on this side and then you'll go 3 plus 1 is 4. So I'm going to take my string, go to the 3 to the 4. 6 plus 1 is 7. 10 plus 1 is 11. There it is. 5 plus 1 is 6. I know my math, I promise. It just took me a second to find it. So then once you've done it, on the back, it has these raised, I don't know if you can see it. You can kind of almost see it. These raised lines where if you did it right, the line will be covered up. If you did it wrong, you'll be able to see that line, and it is self-correcting. So your kiddo is going to be able to say, oh, I missed one. I need to go back and do it again. Or they'll be able to see all the lines are covered up. I got them all right. That is awesome. And like I said, this particular one, like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division go 1 to 10. Sorry, unwrapping it real quick. But I love these. We keep them in the car. You can throw them in the diaper bag. You can throw them in your purse. They're really good, really quick practice. It's like, okay, we need to work on our 7s today. Do this one 3 times, so it's really great for if your kiddo just needs extra practice, or if you homeschool like my family. I love our learning wrap-ups, and there's so many different ones that are really, really good. And they're pretty sturdy. They're going to last you a long time. My second favorite, this is kind of in order, but not really, is our Muddle and Match series. Now, my older 3 are a little bit above this one, but this one is so fun. So our Muddle and Match series, we've got jungle, superheroes, fairy tales, jobs, monsters, several different ones. You have these divided pages, and you can mix and match your character, right? So we have Tilly Terrific, the turbocharged titan, zooms and zings from Zurich to Zanzibar to catch a massive metallic meteor. So you can just make a really fun, silly character. The words have a lot of fun alliteration, but what makes this series shine, in my opinion, is one is just a really thick board book, but when your character is all the same, you'll have all the same color, you're going to be working on the same letter sound. So for kids who are learning to talk, this is great. For kids who are learning to kind of separate sounds, those pre-reading skills of being able to say tilly, like that starts with that t sound, isolating that t sound before they're even really connecting it with letters. Phonemic awareness, so being able to recognize sounds. Then eventually you're going to be able to recognize letters, and then eventually you're going to be starting to read. I remember with my oldest, we would read through these books. He'd mix and match the characters, and then we'd go back, fix the character, and say, okay, what sound do you hear a lot of? And he'd tell me. And then I'm like, well, what letter do you see a lot of? And he would tell me. And so this helps for your little kids who just like to flip through board books, who just like to read and hear those fun sounds, but then all the way through your kids starting to read, these board books are going to be a really useful skill, especially if they've had them for a long time and you go back to them. That's always so fun for a kiddo to be like, I loved this book when I was little and now we get to read it again. So that's always super fun. So I love our Muddle and Match because it is one of your most long-lasting books, one of your most long-lasting series. I mean, it's just so fun. Then let's do My Town. Now, I love My Town for it's just so good for kids' imagination and creativity. So when I open this up, it comes with this very fun felt layout. So, or fold out, I guess. You can set it up. It'll stand really, really well. And there is an inside of these different locations, different settings, and then there's an outside that kind of looks like a city street or a town street. And then it comes with these really fun pieces that are felt and they will stick right on. And so my kid, and there's tons of different ones. There's a dad with a baby, there's a police officer, there's a service dog, there's firefighters, there's little kids playing a game, all sorts of different characters. And so you can set up your characters. They stick really well, really easy. And then it also comes with this fun little book of different like story ideas. So one of them is you pass cafe, make your own name. When all of a sudden there's an almighty crash. What has happened? Who was involved? And so to be honest, my kids don't usually use this one very often. I usually just set this up, set out the characters, and kind of just let them go crazy. They have made so many stories. Sometimes they have this one reoccurring character that makes it into almost every story. They've come up with names. They've come up with fun things. They've reenacted their school day. They've played teacher and nurse and doctor and like given each other all these roles where they kind of acted out. And I just love the creativity that they are building by using My Town. And so I love that it's felt. I love the screen-free creative building. So this one has been a long-term favorite in our family. Also, second to last, we have our Shine-a-Light series. Now, I love the Shine-a-Light series, and I don't think I have a flashlight with me, but you will have a full color page and a black and white page. And when you shine a flashlight, I might have one, my phone. I can use my phone right now. When you shine a flashlight behind the page, see if it'll show up. Okay, a little bit. Sorry, having to rearrange myself. Okay, you can see through the page a little bit. So that's without. That's without. And then this one. So this one is Secrets of the Seashore. You're trying to see what's in these little coves, and it's showing you these mussels. It is a lot easier when you have two hands. So, let's see if I can do this one. All right, so it's really easy to do with a flashlight. The flashlight on your phone obviously works. If you're outside on a sunny day, you can hold it up to the sun. You can also hold it up to like a lamp or something. But basically, you just take one page, you hold it up to the light, and you can see through the page. Now, this is a nonfiction series, so your kiddos are learning as they're reading. But there's also so many different ones. So this one is Secrets of the Seashore. There's also Secrets of the Vegetable Garden. See, at the beach, on the farm, backyard bugs. I mean, there's just so many different ones. If you search Shine-a-Light, you'll see a lot. And then it also has like at the library, at the hospital, at the garage, moving day, first day of school. All of those are Shine-a-Light books. And so it's so fun. My kids love to read these at bedtime with a flashlight, but then we just kind of read them all the time, sometimes too. So our kiddos love to read with a flashlight. That's just kind of fun and novel. But then also your kiddos are learning as they go too. So that's super fun. That's a win for me. And then last but not least, this is one that we use pretty much every day since we've gotten it. My son was a struggling reader, and when we got this reading set, I was sold with PaperPie. So this is the My First Reading Library. It comes with a set of 50 books. It is one of our more expensive products, but when you break it down, it is under $2 per book. So I can appreciate that. When you open it up, you will first, your kiddo is going to be, you're going to be start on the green side, go through here. These are numbered at the top. Then you move on to your orange section, and then you move on to your purple section. So it builds on itself. Like the orange ones you don't have to do in order, the purple ones you don't have to do in order. But it does, so once you've gone through the green section, you should be ready for those and to be able to figure out the words and context and all that stuff. But what I love about these readers is that you'll open it up. I would read this part, and my kiddos are going to read this part and these big words up here. So these are going to be at the beginning super simple sight words, super simple decodable words. They're going to repeat. So tip it Dan, tip it Sid. The stories are also really fun and really cute. They have a really great narrative, and at the back you even have some comprehension questions. Some of them are like, read it and tell me which sentence matches the page. Some of it is look at these pictures, put them in order. Some of it is like which of these words rhyme. So there's quite a bit of variety. And then it also tells you as the parent, what are you looking for? What kind of consonants are you working with? What kind of like vowel sounds are you working with? So this is like a great resource for parents. Like I said, we homeschool. This is what I use to teach my kids to read. And my older 3 now are very good readers. But I also just love that it's not overwhelming to your kiddo. They can read a few words on a page. They repeat. They're going to build really great confidence. As they are getting to some of the bigger stories, there's some folk tales in there that they may already be familiar with, which will help with context. Or there's like some really fun nursery tales, things like that. So the stories are really good. It's really great for building confidence. And by the time they're done with this set, they are a good reader. They are ready for great, good chapter books. Honestly, by the time they're done with the green section, they're ready for your beginning chapter books. But I'm just so over the moon with this set and how successful it's been with our family. And we use it like K through 2nd grade at a minimum. So this is one of the sets that you're going to be using for a long time. It's really more of an investment for your family than like one of those one time you're going to use it for a little bit and never again. But this one is going to be definitely one that you're going to use again and again and again. So let me know what you think about my 5 favorites, and thank you guys for watching.